Hello and welcome back to another Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV Online, A Realm Reborn. In the last episode you saw me create the character on character creation, and now we're starting to play the game. Right now I think it's like a dream he's in. Now, remember in the last episode that I said to remember the mask? I just believe that the mask looks like this. Not to say that this guy is a marauder. It just kind of looks like the mask. See right there? And this light turns you into the character you saw on the job. When you switch to job, turns you into that character. Lightsaber. And it forms like a ball in the air and you fling it. Oh, and I'm sorry for the graphics of this. I'm using a small camera and it's not very good. So again, I apologize for that. Hey you. They don't have voiceover for this, so I'm just gonna speak it out for you. You alright, lad? You were moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the Aether, I reckon. You'll get used to it, though. Don't worry. Chocobos! I want a chocobo. Chocobos are awesome. Oh no, someone's waiting for us. You there, halt. What's all this about? Inspection. Men search the carriage. Oh, you pull out your blade. I'm pissed. I'm just an honest peddler, friend, so don't be too disappointed if you don't find nothing, eh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. Sir, look, Somnus. He pulled that out of his back. He's planting it. What an asshole. Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? Is weed. You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon till the end of your days unless you can afford the find. Business as usual. No, wait! Arrow. What? Umalja? I guess that's how you say it. Umalja! Umalja! 2 arms! 2 arms! And you have like these giant ape-looking things. 7 hells! Consider this a warning. Now go, all of you. Completely whipped his ass. Phew, that kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lead bastards. lad. Bastards will have the shirt off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, only less honest. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as we've still got a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? Them youngins don't much care for conversation, see? No matter which characters you pick, they will always be there. Brendit's the name, and peddling's me trade. And judging by your unusual garments, I'll wager you're one of them new adventurers. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? It gives you these. To gain power, to win glory, to amass a fortune. I'm not sure what the last one does. It's just 3 dots. I'm gonna go with to win glory. Glory, yeah. But if you're willing to take on them tasks as other folk ain't, an adventurer such as yourself can win fame that what coin can't buy. When you arrive in town, you want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You can find out everything you need to know about the adventuring business in there. Just remember though, there's more important things to fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Ul'dah? You'll want to say yes. It is. Well then, let this journey itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Ul'dah is ruled by the Sultanate in name, but as most folk know, the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their monetarist cronies would happily get rid of Her Majesty altogether, but that won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists, and the Royalists are nothing if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no sign of stopping. Of course, the Lizardmen, that's the Almaja, couldn't care less about Ul'dah politics. They have their own interests, see, and they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift to peddlers, need breeding profit, and though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Ah, at long last. Behold Ul'dah, jewel of Thanalan, where folk turn sand into gold. That'd be awesome. I'd be doing that every day. My old enemy, the loading screen.
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she riseth, a solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance, her name, Ul'dah. Even with the coming of the seventh Umbral era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis.
Yes, you do.
As the twin faces of Nold Thor maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul. whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
Here's where we part ways, lad. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for putting up with me prattle. You never did tell me your name, though. Hey, but here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
And yes, you have heard that voice before. If you have ever played Dragon's Dogma, you should know it. It's the voice of the dragon. Kind of looks like the town on Resonance of Fate. You'll understand when you play it. It's not the actual city you'll see, but in one of the cutscenes you'll see this city. Said, "Oi, adventurer, over here." Aye, I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance, eh? How can I tell? Name's Wymond, and my business is knowing every bugger else's. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by way of welcome to our fair city, free of charge, even just this once, like? Okay. We can find him easily. It's just saying follow the instructions. It's gonna show up when you play it, so there's no need in me reading it. When you are ready to proceed, speak to Wymond. And okay, so I guess we have to. Initiating quests. Non-player characters, NPCs offering quests can be recognized by the exclamation marks above their heads. To bring up the quest window, speak to the NPC by first targeting him, then pressing the confirm button. Okay, as you can see, there's a set of 16 hotkeys down at the bottom. To use them, you press L2 to bring up your left side, which triangle is sprint, and you can reset these to anything you want. You have the triangle, circle, X, and square for the right side of the left, and the directional buttons for the left side of it. Then you press R2 and you can do the attacks on your right. If you press L3, it'll draw your sword, which is pretty cool. I just realized this is a dull blade. Thing's not even sharp. Look at that. Look, they didn't take the time to sharpen it. Okay, it shows it put it in a sheath, but it's not in a sheath. It's through a pack on the side. See? There's a pack right there. And it's just hanging there. Yeah, let's go talk to this guy. Okay, wait. Before I do anything, I want to show you. This is an online game, but as you can see, there is no one here. That's because this is the tutorial part. This is not another person. He's a guard. And you will see. Oh, there's a bird. You will see other people after you get done with this. And also, if you look up there towards the right, there is a. Let's see if I can get it. I don't know if you can see it or not, so I'm gonna move the camera just a bit. Hopefully you can see it. I'm hoping. If not, I'm gonna feel like a complete idiot. And on the right side, you can see a sun and a moon, which means there are night and day on this game, which I thought was an awesome add-on. I'm hoping they have rain on it too, and other seasons, because that would just make it so much better. If you press square, you have a map. Use the right analog stick to move around and find which one you needed. Find where you need to be. Right here is where we're going to be going after we get Call to Home quest. And then you'll get a skill for the left side of your hotkeys. Okay, we want to talk to this guy now. Okay. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Ulda, you must register yourself within the Adventurers Guild. I'm going to just accept that. Just plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off down the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged or worse. And I don't want that on my conscience. He looks like one of the muggers. So before you do anything else, you'll want to head over to the quicksand. Okay, he's trying to kill us. And speak with Mamodi. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild and can set you on the right path. Which apparently is just right up there. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. And that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventurer. Okay, that was more than useless. Okay, you'll have a duty list on the right side, right underneath your map of quests that you have accepted. To see any of the other quests that you have, press start and you'll go to your main menu. You have 6 slots that you go through. Each slot has different things that you can use. System, there is no save, so all you gotta do is log out. Social lists, I'm not sure what signs do. You have emotes, party members, free company, not sure what that is. Link shells, not sure what that is yet. Player search, you can search for names that you've seen before. Friends list and blacklist. Travel, you have map, teleport, and return. Teleport and return you have later on. You'll get return once we start the call to home quest. Then you have hunting log, which you get later on, crafting log, gathering log, fishing log, and fish guide. Yes, you get to hunt, craft, gather, and fish, which I haven't got that far yet. Then on duty you have recommendations, key items, journal, duty finder, timers, and that's pretty much it. To see your available quests that you already have, you want to go to journal. It'll show your completed and your current quests. On character, you can have stance, which just is that. Action and traits, which shows all of these that you have. Limit gauge to it. Apparently there's a limit break. That's awesome. Spend energy stored in your party's limit gauge to execute a powerful battle technique. The technique executed is determined by the role of the party member who initiates it. Tank increases party defense, melee single target attack, caster area of effect attack, healer and ranged HP restoration. Raise at level 3. Which means raise you can revive someone, which is quite cool. Which you'll need that a lot. I've only died once and I didn't really like that. These are the skills you get. I'm not sure if you can go past level 50. I'm hoping you can, because level 50 is just boring. You don't want to stop at level 50. You want to keep going until you're level 100 like all over other Final Fantasy games. You'll get more skills going on. The first ones start off going by 1s, then it goes up by 2, and once it hits 12, it'll go up by 6. Then it'll go up by 4. Then it'll go up by 8 again, go to awareness, then go up by 4 for sentinel. Then go by 4 for tempered will, 4 for bulwark, and then 4 for circle of scorn for 50. I believe you can have one additional job, which you can put as whichever you want. Then you have miner and botanist, which you'll use later on once you get them. You can choose whichever one you want, I guess. You have traits. At level 8 you get enhanced vitality, 14 enhanced rampart, and so on. You have pets, mounts, minions, companions, and main commands. Main commands have all kinds of things that you can do. I haven't even tried out all the emotes. And try lookout. Activate the tractor beam. Sorry, I had to do that. It was just too easy. These right here just kind of add to your face. You know, worried. Looks worried. Annoyed. Amazed. Sad. Taunt. Shut eyes. Scared. Ouch. Alert. Smirk. Grin. Smile. straight face. The ones at the top here, you can actually do. You can bow. You can welcome someone. I'm just kind of messing things up here. You can also increase the size of these by just pressing R3, kind of like what you do with normal things. I'm just gonna go up here now. You can also press triangle to jump, which is kind of new. I like it. You can walk on table, stomp this guy's meal. And check marks. Collecting rewards. Complete a quest by speaking to the NPC with a checkmark displayed above his or her head. Completing quests will earn you a variety of rewards, from items and guild to experience points. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. Talk to this little girl, which is actually a woman. Why, hello there. Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momodi, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ulda, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you that is, without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Alja. For example, they've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on, forever now. Then there's the Garland Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, there's worry, and a lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder, it's scarce been 5 years since the lesser moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an eighth hell. Which, if you haven't watched the video for this, it was Bahamut that came out. So much was lost in the blink of an eye, 'twas like the end of the world had come at last. But then things began to get foggy. Everyone got their own version of what happened next. So, 2 or 3. You'd think people would remember something like that, but the fact is, they don't. Nobody does. There's one thing the survivors agree on, though: the part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll agree. It's just a shame our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten, and so we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like you yourself to our fair city. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand and try to leave Ul'dah in a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. Alright then, a promise is a promise now. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. And a happy and prosperous Ul'dah means more business for the quicksand too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. It'll say your name. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Alright, mister. On behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 as my witness, I swear to you. I'll bring you your money. In the East, it's said that even a merciful God might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you were given a fourth chance to offend. You two, attend to this scum. No, please, mercy. Well, ain't that a sorry sight, nor an uncommon one. If I'm honest, don't worry though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Oh, doesn't even worry about him. What the hell? I'd save him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the women folk from time to time. What woman doesn't? Any road, welcome to Ul'dah. Take a moment to catch your breath and I'll teach you a little about our fair city. Complete the quest. Okay, I believe it should start showing people around. That concludes the introductory game tutorial. You have taken the first steps as an adventurer in the city of Ul'dah. Listen well to the wisdom of Modi? Her name is Modi. Then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Important quests used to tell the story of Eorzea and her people are called main scenario quests. These tasks are easily distinguishable from others by their unique icon. Okay. Well, it's not going to show the people online just yet. After I get this quest right here, it will. Okay, go ahead and accept that. It goes black. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like you to perform so as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetheryte Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach Emerald Avenue, then go to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an Aetheryte. If it were from Aetherytes traveling around Eorzea, would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune with them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. You ever attuned with an Aetheryte before? If not, just lay your hand on the thing and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Gladiators Guild over at the Coliseum. Of course it'd be at the Coliseum. I'm a gladiator. Assuming that sword ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over on the steps of Thal. Goods from all across Eorzea and beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Ul'dah as long as you got the gil. Just make sure as you don't pay more than you ought. There's plenty as won't scroll to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interests. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Cesaroga and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he reads it. In short, then, visit the Aetheryte Plaza, the Gladiators Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, but before you go, a word of advice. While there's more than a few unsavory characters out there who will try to take advantage of you, there's also some honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folk are lured to this city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that instead of chasing after gil, the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. That's all from me. In past times you got going. Oh, and let me know when you finish, will you? That way I won't spend my days worrying that you're down to your small clothes without a gil to your name. And as you get the close to home quest, you will start to see people talking, which is down in the left hand corner. Starts loading. It tells you about the main menu here, which I already told you about it. And as you can see, there are a lot of people here. Oh, navigation. It also tells you about the map that I already told you about. There's a lot of people here, as you can see. He's crafting. He's using it'll show up in front of you when you start crafting. Okay, he has the same hair as me, but he could change like two different things. Okay, he's a pugilist, I believe. You can examine his character. Oh, he's a paladin? I'm not sure how he got the character of a paladin. I guess I'll find that out later. Okay. Okay, as you can see, it's starting to get a bit dark. Looks like rain clouds. I hope it rains. Be cool. And I'm gonna end the video here. See you next time.